Hi, I'm Coop. Welcome to my kitchen, where I'd like to share some food and tips that have helped me and my family enjoy the way we eat healthy. Today, I will be making a ground meat skillet. Now I'm using ground bison, only because it was on sale. I would normally use lean ground beef. I'm going to season it so it has a warm, savory flavor with a little bit of a kick, as well as using onion, a partial can of corn, sweet potatoes, bell peppers, canned diced tomatoes, a can of green beans, and some tomato paste. Due to technical difficulties, the first part of prepping my bell peppers is from a previous recipe, which you can see here. I'm going to cut my bell peppers into decent sized chunks. First, cut off the top. Then place upside down and slice down the length of the sides of the pepper. You may need to place the pepper on its side to remove the last slice. Cut the seed core from the bottom section. Now cut the top parts away from the stem. Slice the peppers and then cut into decent sized chunks. The peppers weighed 504 grams, or about 17 3/4 ounces. I'm going to dice my onions. First, cut off the bottom, or the top. Cut in half and peel. Once peeled, slice horizontally from bottom to top. Then cut vertically down the length of the onion. To complete the dice, cut across down the onion. Dice to whatever size you feel like, but for this I like having a medium-sized onion dice. The onion weighed 519 grams, which is just about 18 1/3 ounces. I'm going to cut my sweet potatoes into pretty big chunks. First, if you want to peel them, you can, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to cut them in half, and then create planks by cutting the halves lengthwise in several sections. Once all of my sweet potatoes are in planks, I'm going to cut them into sticks. If you want to, you can try stacking multiple planks on top of each other, but be careful because it's not always stable. With my sweet potato sticks, I'm going to dice them into pretty big chunks, but go ahead and dice them to whatever size you want. I had 1,010 grams of sweet potato, which is just about 35.6 ounces. For the full recipe and the calories of the ingredients, please check the description. To make my spice mix that has that savory, warm flavor with just a little bit of a kick, I'm going to use cumin, chili powder, oregano, basil, and thyme. Add half of a tablespoon of cumin, one and a half tablespoons of chili powder, one and a half tablespoons of oregano, one tablespoon of basil, half of a tablespoon of thyme. And of course, ground black pepper to taste. I'm using a large skillet, but if you don't have a big enough skillet, it's alright to use a large pot. If you're using a non-stick skillet like me, add half of a tablespoon of olive oil. If not, start with about a tablespoon. Then add your ground meat and let it cook. Stir to break up the meat. After it's cooked for a little bit, add in the sweet potatoes. They're going to need the longest to cook besides the meat. Add and stir in 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Let the meat, potatoes, and tomato paste cook for a little bit. Check to see if you need any more oil. If I had been using lean ground beef instead of ground bison, I probably would have added about a teaspoon. The oil is used to toast the spice mix, which releases more of its flavors. Add the spice mix on top of the oil, and stir in after a few seconds. I'm not concerned about my spice mix sticking and burning to the bottom of my pan, because my skillet is non-stick. But I quickly add my onions and peppers, because the water released from those vegetables should keep everything from burning. Stir in the vegetables, trying to make sure that the spice mix has coated everything. Let things cook while you go grab your tomatoes, corn, and green beans. Add and stir in your tomatoes, add and stir in the corn. Add and stir in the green beans. Depending on how much liquid you need, you may or may not want to drain your green beans. I drained mine. Cover. Covering your skillet or pot will help the sweet potatoes cook faster. Check and stir every once in a while. Cook the meal while it's covered until the sweet potatoes are easily pierced by a fork. When the sweet potatoes are soft enough to eat, uncover and continue to cook to reduce the amount of liquid. Cook to your desired consistency. After letting the skillet cool, I'm ready to get the best weight measurement possible, as the steam released changes the final weight of the dish. My ground bison skillet weighed 3,707 grams, which is just about 130 3/4 ounces. To get my calories per weight unit desired, I divided the total calories, about 3,093, by either grams or ounces, which gives me about 0.83 calories per gram, or about 28.35 calories per ounce. My plate has 479 grams on it, which is just about 17 ounces. I have almost 400 calories on my plate. The dish is ready to be served. Thanks for stopping by. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. You can check out my Instagram at n_coops_kitchen. Now go make some great tasting food.